All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever spent a full 8 hours in bed, but then you wake up and feel like you've been hit by a truck? You know the feeling. You're hitting the snooze button, your eyes are burning, your brain is just completely fogged up. We have all been there. But today, we're going to break down the science of how to fix that for good.
So what is going on here? Why does this happen? You put in the time, you follow that old get 8 hours rule, but that exhaustion, that brain fog, it just won't go away. And then you see these high performers out there claiming they feel amazing on just 5 or 6 hours, and you have to wonder, right? How is that even possible? Well, here's the thing. They're not superhuman. They're just sleeping smarter, not longer.
And this is the secret right here. See, the game isn't about the total number of hours you spend with your eyes closed. Not at all. It's about the number of complete, quality sleep cycles you can get. That person on the right isn't necessarily getting more sleep, they're getting more efficient sleep. And that, my friends, is the difference between waking up groggy versus waking up sharp, charged, and ready to go.
So, let's dig into the actual science of what real rest looks like. We're not trying to blow up your sleep schedule. We're going to use science to hack it, to make every single minute that you're asleep count for more. The goal here is all about efficiency, not just duration. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand is the sleep cycle. The best way to think about it is like a 90-minute biological program that your brain just runs on a loop all night long. Each one of these cycles is a journey through different stages of sleep, and every single stage has a critical job to do for both your mind and your body. So inside each of those 90-minute cycles, your brain moves from a light sleep down into that really restorative deep sleep, and then finally into REM sleep. Now, interrupting this flow, that's what causes that awful morning grogginess. The real secret to waking up feeling incredible is to wake up at the end of one of these cycles, never in the middle of one. And let's break down why these cycles are just so important. Think of it this way. Deep sleep, that's for your body. It's when your immune system gets recharged and your muscles get repaired. Then you have REM sleep. That's for your brain. It's where you lock in memories and it helps boost creativity and focus. So when your sleep gets broken up by things like stress or, scrolling on your phone, you miss out on these critical recovery stages, even if you're in bed for 9 hours.
Okay, so we get the science. Now, how do we actually use it? Let's build this out into a simple 3-step formula that you can literally start using tonight to make 6 hours of sleep feel like 8 or 9.
Step 1 is what I call the consistency hack. And this might be the most powerful, most underrated tip of them all. Go to sleep and wake up at the exact same time every single day. And yes, I'm talking weekends too. This isn't about being disciplined, this is about tuning your biology.
And look, we've got the research to prove it. Studies from Stanford show that when your schedule is all over the place, it just confuses your brain's internal clock. But by picking a fixed time, let's say 11 p.m. to 5:30 a.m., you're training your body to automatically release that sleep hormone, melatonin, right on cue. This helps you fall asleep faster and get into that crucial deep sleep way more reliably. All right, step 2, the 90-minute rule for your alarm. You've probably felt this, right? You set an alarm for 7 a.m. and feel terrible, but some days you wake up naturally at 6:45 and feel amazing. Well, that's because waking up in the middle of a deep sleep cycle causes something called sleep inertia, that intense heavy grogginess. The key is to time your wake up so it lines up with the end of a cycle. So here's how you do it. You just think in blocks of 90 minutes. Instead of aiming for some random number of hours, aim for a specific number of cycles. If you know you need to be up at 6:30 a.m., just count backward in 90-minute chunks to find your ideal bedtime. As you can see, 4 cycles get you a solid 6 hours of quality sleep. 5 cycles gets you 7.5. You might be shocked to find you feel way better on 6 hours than you do on 7.
And finally, we have step 3. This is the elite habit that separates good sleep from truly great sleep, the 3-2-1 power down routine. This is how you send a clear signal to your body and your brain that it's officially time to prepare for deep, restorative rest. It's super simple. 3 hours before bed, stop eating heavy meals. You want your body to be resting, not digesting. 2 hours before bed, no more work, no more stressful conversations. You got to lower that stress hormone, cortisol. And then, that last hour is sacred. No screens. That blue light from your phone or TV actively blocks melatonin production. This is your time to just wind down.
But hold on. Optimizing sleep doesn't just stop when your head hits the pillow. What you do in the first 10 minutes after you wake up can literally set the tone for your energy for the entire day.
Here's exactly what you need to do. When that alarm goes off, do not touch your phone.
Instead, your first 2 actions of the day should be getting direct sunlight and getting your heart rate up. These 2 simple things work together to absolutely kill that sleep inertia, fast. That morning sunlight, it's like hitting a giant reset button for your internal clock. It immediately tells your brain to stop making the sleep hormone melatonin and start pumping out serotonin, which boosts your mood and alertness. Then do something active. I'm talking 20 push-ups, some jumping jacks, to flood your brain with dopamine and clear out any of that leftover grogginess.
All right, for all of you out there who want to take this to the absolute next level, here's the final checklist for achieving truly high-performance sleep. First up, let's talk about our old friend caffeine. As this chart makes painfully clear, drinking caffeine after 2 p.m. can be devastating for your sleep quality. It stays in your system for hours, and research shows it can reduce your deep sleep by up to 30%. That is a huge hit to your physical recovery, even if you fall asleep just fine. And here are the finishing touches. Make your room as dark, quiet, and cool as possible. A slightly lower body temp helps promote deeper sleep. If your mind is always racing at night, try a mental declutter. Just write down whatever's on your mind before bed. And of course, you can always talk to a doctor about supplements, like magnesium, that might help calm your nervous system.
So let's completely reframe how we think about this. Stop thinking of sleep as some kind of weakness or a chore you have to get through. It is an active, performance enhancement tool. Success isn't about who can stay up the latest. It's about who wakes up with the most clarity, the most focus, and the most energy to perform at their best.
By applying these principles, you really can sleep less, but sleep smarter. You can take back control of your biology and design a routine that leaves you feeling charged and ready to absolutely win the day. So, the only question left is, are you ready to master your energy?